checking for that response. Hey, buddy, you okay? Can you hear me? Hey, anybody home? Can you hear me? Can you talk to me? I've got no response. General impression, I don't see anything around in the way of clues or anything here. Let me go into my primary assessment. Airway and breathing kind of one and the same. If he is breathing, I know his airway is good, and he is breathing. If he wasn't breathing, I'd reposition the airway, check again. Circulation, I'm gonna check pulse. You got a nice strong pulse. I'm gonna do blood sweep. Oh, hands are not coming away bloody. And then this is just skin down there. I think that's fine for blood sweep. Deformity check. Just grab his head, is it round in one piece? As much of his cervical spine as I can check right there. Shoulder sandwich, neck looks okay. Ribs, hey, if you can hear me, take a deep breath. Oh, okay, no response there. Once across the abdomen, pelvis, femur, cell phone, other femur, one on down here. I'm getting ready to roll. Hand up there. If you can hear me, I'm gonna roll you over on 3. 1, 2, 3. Pull him up. Check down his spine. That seems to be good. Flanks are fine there. Move his hat out of the way. Get mat underneath him. Confirm that I've got that airway. He is still breathing, that's good. Right now we're at unknown for spine. It's unknown, so that's final MOI until I know some more information. I can't do much to stabilize his head, but I can grab his shoes, put them up here. If you can hear me, buddy, I'll put your shoes beside your head, and that'll help remind you to not move your head around for me, if you can hear me, all right? Still don't know what's going on. Doesn't really matter where I go with my secondary survey. I think I'm going to start with a full. This time I'm going to start with a full physical exam. Checking his head, checking around his head, any kind of lumps or bulges, any crepitus. I don't feel anything there on his head, his eyes, orbits, nose, everything looks good. Teeth look fine. His pupils look okay. I'll come back and check pupil response in a few minutes when I do my vitals. Face, jaw, everything there looks fine. His neck looks good. No JVD, no tracheal shift. Put his shoes back. Check those clavicles. All right, do my shoulder sandwich again. And check the ribs. Hey, if you can hear me, take a deep breath. Nope, still nothing. Check that sternum. Got nothing there. The ribs seem to be fine. Put in the navel and then 4 quadrants here. Those are okay. That's good. Pelvis. Check femurs. Check femur again. Knee, lower leg, foot, ankle, toes. Everything looks good there. Knee, lower leg, foot, ankle, toes. Check capillary refill. That looks good. If I couldn't get good capillary refill or had a question, I could check pulse there also. Either one or the other is fine. We're going to do sensation. Hey, if you can hear me, can you tell me which toe I'm touching? Can you tell me which toe I'm touching? Can you pull down like gas pedal? Push down. Got nothing there. Check his arm. His shoulder seems to be good. Elbow, forearm, hand and wrist. Same thing here. I can either check a pulse. Got a pulse there, or I can check capillary refill. Both those are fine. Hey, can you squeeze my fingers? Can you tell me which finger I'm touching? Move to the other side. Arm, shoulder. Shoulder seems fine. Elbow, upper arm, forearm, hand, fingers. Everything looks good there. Good pulse. Can you squeeze my fingers? Can you tell me which finger I'm touching? Alright, so secondary survey of the front half of his body seems to be no new information there. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll him. I rolled him that way the first time. It really doesn't matter here which direction I roll him the second time. Maybe I get some kind of different pain response, maybe not. It's unlikely, but it also doesn't matter which way I roll him. So on three, I'm gonna roll you over again. 1, 2, 3. Check spine again. I'm still concerned. I haven't found any clues. I might even pull that shirt up and look specifically at the spine, looking for any kind of bruises or anything, additional information that I can find with that. That secondary check of the spine, make sure I've checked those flanks as well, where the kidneys are, whether they're bulging, hot, rigid, anything like that. I've moved him again, so I want to check airway again, make sure he's still breathing. He is. Put the shoes back, put your head back there in the center, bud. Secondary survey, the physical exam, that's about all I've got there that I can think of right now for that. I'd ask him some questions if he was awake for ample history, but since he's not awake, looking for tags, maybe that bracelet says something, maybe he got something in a pocket, a phone number, or he got cigarettes. That's his problem. Darn smoker. Right, looking in his pocket, cell phone, business card, some information about his health, maybe a bystander knows him, or some of his history, or so what happened. Any additional way I could get some kind of ample history on the patient. And barring that, I'd get an ink pen, something to write on, I start recording vital signs. So his level of consciousness is unresponsive, even not pain responsive. So that's his level of consciousness. I'd take his heart rate here for 30 seconds and multiply that by 2. Then take his respiration rate. I don't even have to touch him. I can see him breathing from here. If that was a parka or something, maybe I could slip my hand inside, unzip it, put my hand here on the bottom of his ribs, count his respirations for 30 seconds, multiply that by 2. His skin color, temperature, moisture seems to be fine, so I call him pink, warm, and dry right now. Pupil response, we're gonna come back to now to get him where there's plenty of light here in the room. His eyes are closed, so I'm gonna open his eye and watch it constrict. I didn't quite see it in time, so what I'm gonna do is put it in shade. He's got a twitch because I've got my fingers on his eye. We kind of keep it in shade. When I pull my hand away, I see it respond to the light. Yep, pupil response looks good. And then blood pressure. Whether or not he's got pulse down here at the ankle doesn't answer much of a question about blood pressure, except it tells me that whether or not he's at least going into shock. If he has pressure in his foot, he at least has enough pressure to get blood to his brain. He does have a fetal pulse, so I've checked LOC, heart rate, respiration rate, skin color, temperature, moisture, pearl, and BP. And I'd record all that information and start trying to figure out what a rescue plan might look like. And that's my test.